Fellas, AC here. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to another review. And this time, it's an exclusive review. As you guys know, I've given myself a target of doing at least 10 exclusive reviews in a year. Last year, I managed to meet the target. This year, I'm trailing back. This is my second exclusive review of 2018. And what an exclusive review this is going to be, guys. This fragrance just blew my socks off when I first tested it about 7-8 months ago. And it is Baldessarini's Ultimate. Now, some of you might know, Baldessarini is a house which is closely tied with Hugo Boss. This fragrance or this fragrance line generally creates fragrances which are slightly off the trodden path. Most of the fragrances that I have experienced are pretty unique. They're very different than the normal Hugo Boss line and the normal designer lines as well. So let's start with this fragrance, guys. This was released in 2015. The parfumeur is the well-known Geyser Schon, the man who owns the Eccentric Molecules brand. And this fragrance has a stamp, but it also has the Baldessarini stamp. So a while ago, about a year ago, I reviewed a Baldessarini fragrance which I was very impressed with. This is the Baldessarini Eau de Cologne. This one basically uses a very orangey, furry tobacco. Very unique. I haven't smelled a single fragrance which smells like this. I've reviewed it. Have a look. Some people tell me that this is very similar to Tom Ford for Men, I believe. But I haven't smelled Tom Ford for Men, so I couldn't confirm or deny. So let's start with the fragrance. This is the packaging, guys. It's a beautiful leather contoured brown box, dark brown. I don't know whether you can see it. The color Ultimate is in orange, and that's a very true depiction of the fragrance. This is an orangey fragrance, or the color that will come to your mind when you smell this, if you're that sort of a person, is going to be orange. So let's talk about Ultimate. This is an Eau de Cologne concentration, comes in two bottle sizes, 50 and 90 ml. This one is 50 ml. Atomizer, pretty okay. Not the best in the world, pretty okay. But the juice is just superb. So, how does it start off? You get a fresh blast of three things, right? You get pepper, you get citrus, almost citrusy pepper or peppery citrus, yeah? However way you want to put it, with a seriously good execution of suede-like leather. The kind of leather you smell in this, yeah, suede-like leather. And you know, these two fragrances are actually reminiscent of one quality. You will not find one guy saying bad things about Midnight in Paris. Not one. This is such a nice, lovely little fragrance. I'm hoping this will get the same reputation after this review and after you've used it. So, peppery citrus, leather, suede-like leather, and underlying woods. Yeah, that's all you will get starting. But one word which will come to your mind is such an elegant and unique fragrance. So unique, I've not smelled this before on anybody, any other fragrance. And it is an elegant fragrance, understated, not a screamer. This is not a citrus bomb, right? That's how I would describe the opening of the fragrance. The middle of the fragrance is when a couple of things happen. The citrus turns into an orange-like note, right? The leather is slightly nutty, but way in the background, and you really have to focus to get the leather. The leather is not very obvious here as well. But as I said, you know, in Midnight in Paris, the leather isn't very obvious. It's suede-like, but it's in the background. Same thing here. And the third thing that happens is Geyser Schon's trademark, Isoe Super, right? And what does Isoe Super smell like? It's a lemony or orangey, woody, velvety scent. So this thing has got bucket loads of Isoe Super, right? In the very late Drydown, in fact, just, 2 minutes after application, you can make out some powdery florals, very light nuance of it. Jasmine, magnolia, and labdanum. Labdanum, as you know, has got this balmy, leathery, tangy kind of a scent. It's in the olibanum family, frankincense family. But there's no incense here, there's no smokiness here. But there's haziness here. But this lemony quality is the one which will really get you. The opening is superb, guys. Middle maintains that attractiveness but brings in orange-like undertone, or I wouldn't say undertone. It's a difficult one because everything is blended so well. You can't pick up the notes, but it's an orangey, woody scent with leathery undertones. Orangey, woody, leathery undertones. That's how it transforms. In the very late dry down, which is this one here, about 4 hours dry down, there's this amberiness coming through. Slightly more sweeter. The fragrance becomes a little bit sweeter. So if this was tangy balsamic, this one is, let's say, 1 degree towards sweetness. Very slight bit of sweetness. And that's the ambery sweetness. Leather, slightly powdery and orangey, if that makes sense. Slightly powdery leather, the nuttiness is gone, orangey, and very slightly sweet, ever so slightly, but the sweetness like you would have in an orange. Quite a journey, right? But at no point does this fragrance become ordinary. Yeah, it's an elegant, sophisticated, very classy, manly scent. Yeah, it's not unisex at all. But the opening is just captivating, guys. Beautiful opening. So, pros and cons, right? Number 1 pro. I'm going to say it straight away. This is a very unique, sophisticated scent, which is very hard to find in this price range, which I'll come to in a minute. Manly is the second quality. Manly, sophisticated, elegant scent. This is the biggest pro, I would say. Second would be the price point. The fragrance that the bottle that I have is a 50 ml. I got it for £24. For £24, this is the quality. This quality of fragrance is very hard to find, and uniqueness factor as well, right? So pretty good value for money. And the third one is performance. This has got a lot of ISO super, right? So this has a tendency to project. I'd say it lasts about 5 to 6 hours, but, and this is a big but, you stop smelling it. But because this has got so much ISO super, if you spray it on your shirt, people will still smell you. I was with a mate of mine the other day in a restaurant, and I think we were in Gourmet Burger, which is basically a joint in the UK. So as you can imagine, if you're in a burger joint, you will get a lot of whiff of, sort of grilled burgers. He could smell my fragrance over and above all that fragrance and his own. And all he said was, all I can smell is your fragrance. I was like, really? And this was like good 3 hours, 4 hours into wearing. So rejection would be huge. So go easy on the trigger. Suit it to your convenience. Downsides. Well, this fragrance is a slightly mature fragrance. So 25 plus is the age group. But that shouldn't be a downside really. The other thing could be that you do not like leather-based fragrances, or you don't like ISO super like me, but I'm advocating this fragrance in spite of me not liking ISO super, because the ISO super in this fragrance is quite tamed down. It's not that obvious, but it is obvious in its dry down. You'll smell it. You'll smell, excuse me, you'll smell ISO super without a shadow of doubt. Now let's come to occasions. This fragrance, I think, is a versatile fragrance. You can wear this in any weather because it has those qualities, and you can wear this in any occasion. Easily office safe, easily dressed down, easily evening scent. So this is totally a signature scent worthy fragrance, quite easily. You wouldn't have any issues. Very manly, classy, understated, sophisticated man can make this their signature scent. No issues at all. So in terms of weather, I've touched on that. So I guess I'm going to give it a good 7 out of 10. Elegant, sophisticated, unique sort of a fragrance. Hope you enjoyed the reviews, fellas. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.